Oy, ka-coffee, magandang gabi. Actually, anong oras na ba? Alas 12:30 na po ng madaling araw. At syempre, kailangan natin mag-record ng vlog, no? Dahil katatapos lang, ka-coffee, ng pagkikita ni President Marcos at ni USA President Donald Trump. At, nako, kung hindi nyo pa napapakinggan yung naging usapan nila, pakinggan nyo na. Pumunta kayo sa page ko sa ka-coffee. In-upload ko po yung portion ng interview o pag-uusap o dialogo ni PBBM at ni Donald Trump. Grabe yung mga salita. Teka, mamaya na, excited to si Trump eh. Grabe yung papuri. Actually, hindi naman tayo nag-expect ng papuri, no? Actually, we're expecting worse nga kay Donald Trump kasi alam mo naman, di ba, masyadong prangka si Donald Trump. Pero talagang prangka. At ewan ko, kayo na mag-describe, hindi ko ma-describe eh. I-play ko muna sa inyo ka-coffee and then we react. Wala pa mga balita patungkol dito pero napakaganda ng discussion na ito. At magaling si PBBM ha, kasi yung media, US media yan, di ba? Yung mga tanong on the spot, wala mga prepared questions dyan pero consistent si Presidente. The way sumagot ang ating Presidente ay consistent. The way siya magsalita habang nandito sa Pilipinas when it comes to foreign policy about having partnerships with China and other countries, isa sinasagot ng Presidente. Napakahusay ni PBBM dito. Sige, pakinggan muna natin. 17 minutes ago ha. Yung hindi pa nakakapanood, yan, pumunta muna kayo sa Facebook page ko, ka-coffee. Kung gusto nyo, dito na natin panoorin. Sige, pakita ko sa inyo. Opening statement pa lang ni Donald Trump, abay, nakaka-proud na maging Pilipino, nakaka-proud na maging supporter ni PBBM. Sige, panoorin natin. Sabay-sabay na tayo dito.
Jr. Thank you very much, everybody. It's a great honor to have President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. of the Philippines, a great family legacy, and highly respected in this country. I know that because I have many friends in the Philippines. And it's great respect, or I couldn't say it, so congratulations.
Okay. Wait lang. Isa-isahin natin kasi English to. Marami tayong kababayan. Medyo nagbabasa ako ng comment. Ayaw kasi masyadong mabilis yung English, no? So sa opening statement pa lang ni Donald Trump, kinongratulate niya na si PBBM. Dinescribe niya ang pamilya ni Marcos na respected family. Iginagalang na pamilya sa Pilipinas. Yung legasiya, may magandang legasiya. Kasi tumatak talaga kay Trump yung ginawa ni Marcos Sr. nung panahon niya. Tumatatak sa isip niya yan. At alam niyo na, ka-coffee, di ba? Magkaibigan din. Siguro, isang factor din yan. Si dating unang ginang First Lady Imelda Marcos at si Donald Trump, close sila. Magkakilala sila. At hindi lang basta nagpa-photo op, no? Kasi magkakilala talaga sila. May close relationship sa pagitan ni Donald Trump at ni First Lady Imelda Marcos. Kaya ganoon na lang yung pag-init, ganoon na lang yung pagtanggap ng Estados Unidos dito kay PBBM. Isa pa, pakinggan natin ka-coffee.
Thank you very much, everybody. It's a great honor to have President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. of the Philippines, a great family legacy, and highly respected in this country. I know that because I have many friends in the Philippines. And it's great respect, or I couldn't say it, so congratulations. We're going to be talking about trade. We're going to be talking about war and peace. They're a very important nation militarily, and we've had some great drills lately. We're back with them, I think.
Okay, wait lang. Mamaya na kay Digong, kasi next third part yung kay Digong. So, nagbigay ng agenda si Trump. Ano yung pag-uusapan natin? We'll talk about trade. Yun naman yung purpose nun eh. Investment ng mga US-based companies or mag-expand dito sa Pilipinas. Yun naman, trade agreement, no? Trade, of course, military. At pag pinag-usapan mo yung military o peace and order, world peace, yan din po yung isa sa tinalakay nila. Alam nyo naman, may treaty ang Pilipinas sa Estados Unidos. Malaking factor po ang ginagampan ng papel ng Estados Unidos pagdating po sa usaping modernization ng ating military at sa military mismo sa pagtatanggol sa Pilipinas in case na magkaroon po ng, wag naman po sana, gera, no? So yan yung mga agenda na iniisa-isa dito ni Donald Trump. And nag-proceed na siya dito kay Digong. Ito, sige. Dito na kayo. Ito na yung kay Digong mismo. Hindi niya pinangalanan directly si Digong, pero ang description niya, previous administration. Alam naman natin kung sino yung previous administration. Si Digong yan.
I couldn't say it, so congratulations. We're going to be talking about trade. We're going to be talking about war and peace. They're a very important nation militarily, and we've had some great drills lately. We're back with them. I think I can say that the last administration was not getting along with them too well. they didn't get along with anybody. They didn't know. Honestly, they didn't know what they were doing. But we have some.
Sorry, magulo ko ha, putol-putol. Yung previous administration daw, we were not getting that too well, no? In short, hindi kami masyado magkasundo ng previous administration. Amerika, tinutukoy niya, syempre, hindi naman sarili niya, no? Hindi kami nagkasundo masyado, or ang hirap ba makisama o ang hirap pakisamahan sa Tagalog, no? Yung previous administration. At hindi lang daw sa Estados Unidos, maging sa iba daw. At hindi nila alam kung ano yung ginagawa nila. Uy, sakit na. Sabihan kayo ng presidente ng Estados Unidos. So parang, teka, hindi nyo ata alam yung ginagawa ninyo Diba? Naku, pahiyang-pahiya kayo. Remember, hindi ko ito makakalimutan, Ka-Coffee. Nung nanalo si Trump, anong sabi ng mga DDS? Yari si PBBM. Diba? Sila Harry Roque yan ang pinagsisigawan nila. Kapag nanalo si Trump, o nung nanalo si Trump, pahiya si PBBM dahil si Trump daw at si Digong magkaibigan. Nakisawsaw pa si Bato, nag-post pa si Bato na may picture siya ni Donald Trump as if naman close sila dahil mayroon silang selfie o mayroon silang picture together, no? As if close sila at parang oy Marcos, sumanda ka, close namin yung presidente ng Estados Unidos. Ngayon napapahiya kayo. Tingnan nyo yung statement na ni Donald Trump. Napakatindi ng statement na ito.
So congratulations. We're going to be talking about trade. We're going to be talking about war and peace. They're a very important nation militarily, and we've had some great drills lately. We're back with them. I think I can say that the last administration was not getting along with them too well. They didn't get along with anybody. They didn't know. Honestly, they didn't know what they were doing. But we have some fantastic military relationships with the Philippines, and that's been reinstituted. And Pete, I would say that you couldn't be happier, right, with the relationship. Great partner. So I just want to say it's an honor to have you. We're going to talk about trade today, and we're very close to finishing a trade deal, big trade deal actually. And we do a lot of business with you. It's a lot of income coming in for both groups. But I was surprised to see the kind of numbers. They're very big, and they're going to get bigger under what we're doing and what we're proposing. And I just want to thank you for being with us. It's a great honor. You and your representative. It's really a great honor. We have a big announcement. AstraZeneca, the big drug company.
Okay, mamaya na yung big announcement. Actually, grabing tuwa ako. Proud talaga ako na sinusuportahan ko si PBBM nang nagsalita itong si Donald Trump. We are very honored. Diba? Sabi ni Trump, no? Yung presence ni PBBM dyan ay malaking karangalan para kay Donald Trump. Yes, sasabihin ng iba, binubola ka lang, naniwala ka naman. Ano? Diba? And knowing Trump, si Trump hindi ka pa ikot-ikutin yan, prank ka yan. Diba? So, the fact na yan ang sinabi niya sa presidente, siguro naman totoo yung sinasabi niya sa presidente, kahit naka-live yan Diba? Ano yung nangyari kay Zelensky? Diba? Nagkaprangkahan sila dyan, naka-live yan. So, I don't think na si Trump, binubola lang si PBBM. Natutuwa siya dahil na-reinstitute yung military cooperation. O hindi na-institute kasi hindi naman nawala yan, pero humina, no, ng panahon ni Digong. Natutuwa siya dahil under this administration nagkakasundo na. Kasi noong panahon ni Digong hindi raw makasundo Kahit sino daw hindi makasundo at hindi alam ng administrasyon ni Digong kung ano yung ginagawa nila. Biruin mo, sabihin niya ng presidente ng Estados Unidos, tapos ngayon, now we start trading. Sabi niya, magpapasok kami ng malaking income, both countries, ang Pilipinas ganoon din po ang Estados Unidos. Mutual yung pagpapasok. At may good news pa siya, may great news siya, may big news siya. Yung sa AstraZeneca. Diba? Sino ngayon ang napapahiya? Sino ngayon ang weak leader? Kung weak si PBBM, hindi siya itatrato ni Trump the way trinato niya kanina. Yung invitation lang Yung invitation lang sa kanya, maraming bansa nag-i-invite. Sinabi niya rin dyan kanina marami nag-i-imbita sa kanya, iba't ibang bansa. Di ba? So, maraming nag-i-imbita sa kanya, pero si Trump mismo nag-imbita kay PBBM. Saan ka pa? Inimbitahan mismo siya, kinausap siya mismo. Diyan pa sa White House. Ganun na lang yung treatment niya sa presidente. Syempre mga DDS magagalit. Nako, tinan mo. Si Trump, dudumugin ng mga DDS yan. Bakbakan nila yan. Hindi si PBBM na lang. Babakbakan nila yan si Trump. Tingnan mo, Ka-Coffee. Bukas, tad-tad yan si Trump. Hindi nila matatanggap yung statement ni Trump. Kanina nga habang nakikinig ako, ini-imagine ko ano na naman kaya sasabihin ni Roque. Baka mag-iba na naman siya dyan ng statement. Alam ko, ang narrative niya, sasabihin na naman nila, naging alila na naman si PBBM, naging aso na naman si PBBM ng Amerika o ni Trump. Yan na naman, pakiramdam ko, yan ang narrative nila. Dahil hindi nila matatanggap itong sinasabi ni Donald Trump. Nasaktan yung tatay nila. Nakakulong na nga ngayon, nasaktan pa. Ni-real talk pa ni Donald Trump. At magaganda pa ang sinabi kay PBBM. Isa pa.
It's a lot of... Thank you very much, everybody. It's a great honor to have President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. of the Philippines, a great family legacy, and highly respected in this country. I know that because I have many friends in the Philippines, and there's great respect, or I couldn't say it, so congratulations. We're going to be talking about trade. We're going to be talking about war and peace. They're a very important nation militarily, and we've had some great drills lately. We're back with them. I think I can say that the last administration was not getting along with them too well. They didn't get along with anybody. They didn't know. Honestly, they didn't know what they were doing. But we have some fantastic military relationships with the Philippines, and that's been reinstituted. And Pete, I would say that you couldn't be happier, right, with the relationship. Great partners. So I just want to say it's an honor to have you. We're going to talk about trade today. And we're very close to finishing a trade deal, big trade deal actually. And we do a lot of business with you. It's a lot of income coming in for both groups. But I was surprised to see the kind of numbers. They're very big, and they're going to get bigger under what we're doing and what we're proposing. And I just want to thank you for being with us. It's a great honor. You and your representatives, it's really a great honor. We have a big announcement. AstraZeneca, the big drug company, is going to spend $50 billion. Just announced $50 billion in the United States in order to build various places all over the country, big manufacturing plants, pharmaceutical plants all over the country, so that's an honor. And he said they did that because of the election and because of the fact that the tariffs are placed. So they're building their facilities in New York. $50 billion, that's a big investment. And it's going to be a very good investment, I have no doubt about it. So thank you to AstraZeneca. And with that, I'd like to have you say a few words, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Of course, we're all very happy to be here to once again reaffirm the very strong ties between the Philippines and the United States, ties that go back over 100 years. And considering the context in which we live these days, especially in my part of the world, this has evolved into as important a relationship as is possible to have. We must remember that the United States is our only treaty partner in the Philippines, and that has stood us in good stead over the years, certainly through the Second World War, and the cultural memory of all Filipinos, down to even the school children, is that our strongest, closest, most reliable ally has always been the United States. That is something that we value, that we are grateful for, and that we will continue to foster as we go on. With the leadership of President Trump, I am very confident that we will be able to achieve that. I think it is worthwhile to remember that it was President Trump who, in his first term, characterized the relationship between the Philippines and the United States as ironclad. And that has been necessarily the case since that time that you made that statement, sir. And it is something that the Philippines will always hold close to its heart. Thank you once again, and we are honored, and it is our great pleasure to be here and to visit with the President of the United States.
Okay. Alam mo si Presidente, very good speaker, no? Eloquent. Magaling magsalita at may substance din magsalita. At politiko. Napansin ko lang na magaling talaga tong si PBBM eh. Nasa Amerika siya. Siyempre, hindi ba natin pwede ikailaya, no? Na dapat marunong ka makisama, di ba? Ano yung purpose ng meeting mo diyan? Stick siya sa focus. Ano yung pinaka-purpose? Bakit siya nandiyan? I-reaffirm. Opening statement siya pa lang eh. I-reaffirm yung matibay na relasyon ng Pilipinas at ng Estados Unidos bilang treaty partners, no? Itong dalawang bansa na yan, Philippines and the US. I-reaffirm natin yan. Total, si Trump din naman nagsasabi na ngayon meron tayong fantastic na relasyon. Di ba? Andiyan dyan ang presidente. Sinasabi niya, for the longest time, sa mga nakalipas na taon na dekada, ang Amerika ay naging reliable partner na natin. Totoo din naman. At malaki rin naman ang naiaambag ng Pilipinas. Mutual naman yung relationship niyan. Ang masaklap lang kasi, ang iisipin ng iba, ginawa na kayong alipin ng Estados Unidos, ginawa na kayong tuta ng Amerika, yan ang magiging narrative nila. Pero tingnan mo, sa ibang perspektibo, malaki, mga EDCA sites o malaking tulong din, lalo na ngayon na may bagyo. O ano ginagawa din ng mga sundalong militar, tumutulong na rin sa ating relief missions. O sa pangasakuna, malaking factor din yan. Yun na lang, tinitingnan ng iba na masama yung pagkakaroon ng mga military bases dito sa Pilipinas. But again, kung titingnan mo siya ng positibo, malaki rin naman yung naitutulong niya dito sa Pilipinas. Magaling ang presidente, alam niya yung datos, sinasabi niya na matagal na itong relasyon natin, at matibay itong relasyon natin. At si Trump na mismo nagsabi, medyo kumalembang-kalembang yan ng previous administration, pero ngayon reinstituted yung term niya, na reinstitute yan. At yun, yung investment pa napapasok sa atin mula sa mga kumpanya dyan sa Estados Unidos, malaking bagay po yan. Meron po na pag-usapan din na patungkol naman sa China. Siyempre, yung mga journalist kailangan nilang tanungin yan about sa relasyon ng Pilipinas, ng China, at mag-host pa tayo ng ASEAN next year. At hanapin ko lang yung portion na yan, Ka-Coffee, no? Yung portion na yon na may reporter po na nagtanong patungkol dito sa relasyon ng Pilipinas at ng China. At maganda rin kasi yung sagot ni Trump Wait lang, hindi lang ako ready. Saglit lang hanapin ko lang. Diyan lang kayo. Asian reporter yung nagtanong Ang masaklap kasi dito sa visit na to, sa press conference na ito, halo-halo yung topic. Di ba? Yung mga reporters, syempre mga US-based reporters, yung tanong nila concerning Trump lang. Yung iba naman, tinanong din si presidente, pero ang gulo kasi parang typical na press conference na iba't iba, samot-sari yung topic, no, na yung iba wala namang kinalaman ng Pilipinas, no. Hanapin ko lang, nasa bandang gitna kasi yun
Very quickly, ongoing
ito na.
distance around
China for a period of time, and I just don't think that would have been good for you. You can deal with China, you should deal with China, but when I got elected, everything changed, and they came right back to us. Say it again. Yeah, Brian, go ahead.
Oh, Mr. President, I just wanted to piggyback off.
Sorry, I have a question to President Marcos.
I'll let you answer first. What was the question again?
It was about whether having U.S. missiles hosted in the Philippines.
Wait lang. Hindi yan yun. Teka. Saglit lang hanapin ko lang. Maganda kasi yun
Putting it here. Putting the election.
To balance our relationship.
Yan.
Is such a meeting in China. President Marcos, next year, Philippines is going to be the rotating chair of ASEAN. I wonder how do you plan to balance your relationship between the United States and China? And for President Trump, Kremlin yesterday said if you are going to Beijing in September, they wouldn't rule out a meeting between you and President Putin. Is such a meeting possible? And how soon do you plan to visit China?
Well, we have a lot of meetings possible. President Xi has invited me to China, and we'll probably be doing that in the not too distant future. A little bit out, but not too distant. And I've been invited by a lot of people, and we'll make those decisions pretty soon. Please.
Well, as you say, we are chairing ASEAN for 2026. There is no need, in a sense, to balance, as you characterize it, to balance our relationship within the United States and China, simply because our foreign policy is an independent one, and we are essentially concerned with the defense of our territory and the exercise of our sovereign rights. Now, whether we do this not alone, we need to do this with our partners. And again, our strongest partner has always been the United States. But of course, we are trying to form coalitions and multilateral relations so that those like-minded nations who share the same values as we do, who hew to international law, most specifically the UNCLOS, present that position very clearly to anyone who has intentions of unilaterally changing the world order, and that is how we are guided in that.
And I don't mind if he gets along with China.
Wow, grabe ha. Walang script ha. Walang script yan. Walang kailangan balansehin. Hindi ka maliligaw when it comes to foreign policy. Sinasabi ng presidente, independent ang aming foreign policy. Diba? Kasi siguro, ang pakiramdam ko lang ha, syempre mga reporter, ano yan eh, may angle yan na gustong tahakin eh. May iintrigahin ka talaga yan eh. Hahanap ng intriga yan eh. Gusto nyo pala no? Sige, chairman ka ng ang Pilipinas ay chairman, no? Tatayong chair country, no, ng ASEAN pagdating po ng 2026 next year na. And syempre, partner din naman ng ASEAN itong China. So paano mo babalansehin yung relasyon ng Pilipinas sa China at sa Estados Unidos? Sabi ng presidente, walang kinakailangan pagbabalansing gagawin dyan kasi ang aming foreign policy ay independent. Ang Pilipinas ay may maayos na relasyon sa Estados Unidos, matibay na relasyon, pero hindi naman ibig sabihin na hindi na kami magfo-form ng coalition with other countries. At nananatili din ang Pilipinas sa dapat niyang gawin, ipagtanggol ang kanyang soberanya. Di ba? Sinasara ba ng Pilipinas ang pagkakaroon ng kooperasyon sa China? Hindi naman eh. Hindi naman. Sa magkaparehas tayo ng value sa isang bagay, yun ang pinapoint out ng presidente, pwede tayo mag-get along. Kung parehas tayo ng values, parehas tayo ng pinapanindigan. Pero kung nagva-violate ka, at halimbawa, inaangkin mo yung teritoryo na hindi sa inyo, bakit ako makikipag-partner sa inyo? Diba? At in-insist niya rin doon na ang Pilipinas ay ang may matibay na ugnayan at ang Estados Unidos ang may pinakamatibay na partner ng Pilipinas. Yun siguro masasakto lang mga DDS dyan. Isa pa ka, Coffee. May mga namimiss out akong points eh. Wala kasi akong papel at saka ballpen eh. Dapat nagna-notes ako eh.
And again, because of
Well, we have a lot of meetings, possible, a lot of people.
Wait lang.
balance to as you say, we are chairing ASEAN for 2026. There is no need, in a sense, to balance, as you characterize it, to balance our relationship within the United States and China, simply because our foreign policy is an independent one, and we are essentially concerned with the defense of our territory and the exercise of our sovereign rights. Now, whether we do this not alone, we need to do this with our partners. And again, our strongest partner has always been the United States. But of course, we are trying to form coalitions and multilateral relations so that those like-minded nations who share the same values as we do, who hew to international law, most specifically the UNCLOS, present that position very clearly to anyone who has intentions of unilaterally changing the world order, and that is how we are guided in that.
And I don't mind if he gets along with China, because we're getting along with China very well. We have a very good relationship. In fact, the magnets, which is a complex piece of...
In fairness dito kay Donald Trump, hindi siya possessive, no? Dahil kakampi kita, bawal ka makipag-kaalyado doon sa kabilang bansa, no? Wala akong pake, sabi ni Donald Trump. I don't mind kung makipag-alyansa kayo sa China o kung anumang bansa na yan. Di ba? Sila din naman, may magandang relasyon din naman sa China. O, sapul kayo dyan. Sapul kayo dyan. At sinasabi din naman ng ni PBBM, bigyan ko lang na emphasis, no? Guided kami ng principle na protektahan ang aming teritoryo at protektahan ang aming soberanya. Paano ka magkakamali dun? Di ba? Very intelligent answer. Galing ni PBBM doon. Kung hindi na ba napapanood yung interview ng buo, mahaba na ito, 25 minutes na tayo, no? Balikan ninyo ka-coffee, nasa PCO yan, yung press con na yan, nasa page yan ni PBBM, nasa atin din yan. Panoorin ninyo, napakaganda ka-coffee ng usapan. O siya, sige, anong oras na? Alauna na. Madaling araw na ka-coffee, alauna yung medya na, no? Mag-alauna yung medya. I-komento po ang inyong mga opinion, reaction, baka may mga nais po kayo sabihin. Mga nasa Facebook, please like and follow, YouTube, subscribe, TikTok, subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.